the leader in talk radio on the internet, right here on K98Talk.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Alright folks, this is Rick Robinson with you. I want to tell you about some friends of mine from a company called Security Enforcement Specialists. When I ran my security agency for 12 years, I worked with one of these partners on a daily basis. He's been involved in this agency now, and with his other partner, they do have over 30 years of experience in the private security industry. If you own a business and you need someone to keep you or your customers or residents safe, then I highly recommend contacting Security Enforcement Specialists today. Give them a call at 405-703-1796. Again, that's 405-703-1796. Again, tell them Rick from K98 Talk sent you. Like I said, if you need the help, they are here for you. So make sure that you go look them up, check them out, and see what they can do.
Wrong way. Welcome to the place.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
The Internet will never be the same. You're listening to K98Talk.com.
Wow. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely. Let's get started.
We believe in the American way, and we built this country called the USA, and we fly our flag because we're proud and free, we're Americans. Red, white, and blue is our way of life. Never back down from a challenge or a fight. Nature provides, God gives the rights, we're Americans. We fish the waters and we hunt the lands. We forge the steel with our own two hands. With what we've got, we do the best we can, we're Americans.
It's time now for the Conservative Curmudgeon Radio Show on K98 Talk. Now, here's Grouchy.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Tonight's the big one. That's right. Tonight we got a great show lined up. We are expecting a call from Mr. Dave Bray. If you're not familiar with Dave's music, you should be. Dave's the former frontman of the patriotic rock band Madison Rising, and Dave is now off on his own doing a solo project venture, not with the band. And Dave's going to be hopefully joining us here in just a little bit, and we're going to have a nice long chat with Dave about music, politics, America, and anything else that we decide to talk about. A couple hours after my show ends, of course, Rowdy Rick will have America Off the Rails. And tomorrow night, you don't want to miss Office Hours. Or it's not Office Hours anymore, is it, Rick? What is it now?
Wake Up America Radio.
Wake Up America Radio with Dr. A and Lou. Game On with Stacy and JD. And again, Rowdy Rick with America Off the Rails. And I don't think I'm missing anything on that for tomorrow night. But, again, every week I tell you guys, it's the same thing over and over. TV sucks really bad. Summer reruns suck even worse. You just need to be tuned in to K98 every night during your prime time, with one exception. Immediately after my show, especially tonight, I want you to jump over. Yeah, I know it sounds like I'm promoting the competition, but I owe my friends a bump. I want you to jump over to AltCon for about an hour and listen to my friends on the Red Wine. They have a very special show tonight, so be sure to tune into them, and then jump right back over here to K98 for America Off the Rails after that. All right? So cool. Now, while we're waiting on Dave to give us a call up here, let's go ahead and start talking about what the hell's going on in D.C. I mean, really, we got Democrats having an anti-civil rights sit-in on the floor of the House. Not on the floor of the House like, I yield you the floor. They're literally on the floor. You've got Elijah Cummings and Elizabeth Warren sitting side by side, pumping fists into the air, screaming, "Hell no, we won't go." It's unbelievable. They know that the Senate has already voted down the gun control measures. What do they think they are going to accomplish? They want to try to pass a bill in the House that's not going to pass. They don't have the votes. They just want to take a vote. That's all they want. They don't have the votes to pass it. And if they did, they'd kick it right back to the Senate, who just shot basically the same bill down. This is moronic. This is what Obama has basically brought politics to. This is it. He has nothing to lose now. He has everything to gain. So why not just unleash every little hellhound, minion, do-boy, lying sack of Democrat crap loose and try to get our constitutional rights violated by some kind of quote-unquote legal vote in the House. Every little...
My bad.
That is okay. We know what happens there. Yeah, you get the clown horn. But anyway, so, we got that going on in D.C.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but it's exactly what's going on. It's amazing. And to hear these elected officials, allegedly learned people, standing up and just spewing perfect lies. I mean, it's just so funny to watch these people. And Twitter is ablaze, just absolutely ablaze with stupidity involving guns. Saw a tweet earlier, this moron who has 500,000 followers screamed out that we need to pass legislation to control machine guns now.
You mean like in 1934?
Since 1934. Now, see here, this is my Tommy gun, and we're going to go in here and we're going to shoot up this little gay club over here, okay? Yeah, quit being a wise guy. It's stupidity running rampant on Twitter. Sam, if you're listening, you're absolutely right. It does suck.
So just for the record, though,
a minute or two ago,
just for the record, though, in 1934, gay meant happy. Just saying.
What's that?
So just for the record, though, in 1934, when they typically, before 34, when they were using Tommy guns, gay meant happy. Just saying.
Yeah. So take that. See here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And something else I learned over this last weekend. I was talking with my daughter, who actually lives in Orlando, and I was asking her about this nightclub, and she told me, she said it's interesting why he actually picked Pulse. She said Orlando has several gay nightclubs that are much, much bigger than Pulse. She said some of them probably even 10 times bigger than Pulse, where there would have been 5,000 people inside the club. So why Pulse? Let's see if any of these crack investigators that let him slip through the cracks twice, and even a third time when the gun store reported him, can figure out why Pulse. And for those scoring at home, Univision, or in the tongue of my people, Univision, released an interview with Mystery Man, and that's all I know to call him. The the fake name, the clouded over face, the morphed voice, who says that he and Omar Mateen were, quote unquote, friends with benefits, that they definitely had a sexual relationship with one another that had been going on for several months, is what he said. Wowzers. Now, is this anything and everything to steer the public's eye away from the fact that he was screaming Allahu Akbar when he was killing everybody, and that he pledged allegiance to ISIS and had a Quran with him? We know how the media operates. We absolutely do. Are they trying to draw attention away from the agenda? Most likely. Is this guy telling the truth? Who knows? We have no way to verify it. It's just one guy stepping forward. And, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. And the left is working so hard to just make the whole thing go away that I'm afraid we're never going to get the answers. It's not like Attorney General Loretta Lynch said we may never know the motivation behind it. Well, especially if we don't investigate it, Attorney General. We'll never know if you don't do your due diligence and look into it with every resource available. Not that we expect the truth from anyone in this administration, unless it's a truth that they created that's not based in fact. But anyway, so, we still have that going on. What the heck else is going on? We have Hillary and Trump making speeches. Hillary's was yesterday, Trump's was today. They both took jabs at each other. As a matter of fact, that's about all Hillary did, was to jab at Trump. Trump he's still not my chosen candidate. I'm still not satisfied with him. But much to his credit, he actually did make a couple of good points in his speech. He did drag it out way too long. 45 minutes was way too long, especially to make what he was making. He could have made it a much shorter speech. He could have cut part of it up, probably had 3 speeches wrapped up in there. He could have cut it in half, even a third, and left people wanting a little more maybe. He could have handled that a little differently. We do know that, of course, now everybody knows that he has fired Corey Lewandowski, the woman beater, and Lewandowski will now be abusing women apparently without Trump's backing. So, maybe there's some criminal charges in his future for the next assault anyway. Because it's going to happen again. Guys that are abusive to women are always abusive to women. They don't grow out of it. It's a psychological defect, a mental defectiveness, if you will. They don't come out of it. They repeat themselves, sadly. And I say sadly not for them, but for their victims, because nobody deserves to be abused physically, mentally, or otherwise. And anyway, we'll backtrack for a second here. I found this nice little list through the first, what is this? Numbers from CDC through June 15th of this year, the top causes of death in the United States. They have the top 21 causes listed here. And I will tell you that number 21, being the lowest on the list, is murder by gun. Yeah, murder by gun. Number one on the list, number one cause of death in the United States from January 1st until June 15th of this year, abortion. Just over 501,000 of them. Second place on the list is heart disease at 282,000. Cancer, just under that at 271,000. Then we get a pretty good drop off here. Tobacco, 160,000. Obesity, 140,000. Medical errors. Medical errors, 115,000. 61,000 strokes, 65,000 respiratory disease, 62,000 unintentional accidents. I guess they mean cars or some other kind of mishaps. Hospital-associated infections, 45,000. Same as alcohol, 45,000. Diabetes, 35,000. Influenza, 25,000. Next to last on the list. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do the bottom three. The lowest three. All drug abuse combined, 11,500. Prescription drug overdoses, just under 7,000. And last on the list, murder by gun, 5,200. Now, Hillary spewed a much different number. But now, let me go ahead and tell you that murder by gun means just that. It absolutely means murder by gun. It does not take into effect suicide by gun, which is a much lower number. It does not take into effect justified police shootings, because that's not murder. Now, I know the Democrats are really big when they talk about guns. If it can save just one life. What about the 500,000 abortions in the first 6 months of the year? That puts us on pace to finish the year right at 1 million abortions in this country. 1 million. Let that number sink in for a minute. 1 million abortions. What if one of those babies is the one that was to solve famine problems in developing countries? What if one of those babies was the one that was to solve drinking water issues in developing nations? What if one of those babies was the one to finally put to bed the myth of global warming? There's a lot of what ifs. But if you're going to sit there and whine about saving just one life, you can't turn around and fund the killing of 1 million babies. That, folks, is called hypocrisy. Can you say that with me? Hypocrisy. I knew you could. So anyway, these are some of the things going on in our world right now. In addition to that, out on the West Coast, and normally I would not be so kind about the West Coast, but alas, I am a California native, born there, lived there for about 2 months, and then I was gone forever. Have not been back. Well, that's not true. I did go back twice for work visits. But anyway, there are wildfires burning out there that are affecting people's lives. And I don't care whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, a libertarian, whatever you want to call yourself, Green Party, I don't care. Nobody, I mean nobody, deserves to be run out of their house by a wildfire, to lose everything like these people are out there. So our thoughts and prayers go out to all those people affected by the wildfires on the West Coast. God bless you, and I hope you pull through the best way you can. Now, we're going to, let me find these notes. What did I do? Yeah, here we go. There were a couple of things that, oh, excuse me. Wow, I'm tired. These long days are getting me, folks. My summer schedule really reeks. It just does. There's no other way to say it. There is still an argument going on in Congress over who should be allowed to buy guns and who shouldn't. And if you were listening last week, I was actually rushing through a story about somebody that was wrongfully placed on the terror watch list and on the no-fly list, and spent a decade in court, even though the government had several times removed her from the list. They turned right back around and put her back on the list after they removed her. And when it finally got to the point where they were in appellate court, the Attorney General's office said that they couldn't even explain why she was on the list because it would violate national security. And if you remember right, she had no idea she was even on the list, which, I mean, okay, I get why you wouldn't tell somebody they're on the list, but once they apply for the visa and they're going to make the trip, you should tell somebody if they're not allowed. You know, she had to go begging for an explanation as to why she wasn't allowed to fly into the United States. And she finally got somebody to tell her it was because she was on the terror watch list. Now, what we talked about, in addition to her decade-long fight, which she was finally cleared and then added back to the no-fly list again, even though her court case had been won, she still gains nothing from it because the Attorney General's office won't allow disclosure of the facts of the case on their side, or what they're calling the facts of the case, because of national security. Now, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Folks, there is no process. There is no set-in-stone process for being added to the no-fly list. There's even less of a process to get yourself removed from the no-fly list. If Congress is allowed to push through a banning of the sale of firearms based on placement on the no-fly list, that is tantamount to just throwing the Second Amendment out the window. And probably the 14th as well, because your due process would not have been served. Listen, I mean, I'm all about making our country as safe as we can make it. I really am. But I'm not willing to give up our constitutional rights for that. That's a big no-no. And if you are willing to give up your constitutional rights, then you're more pathetic than the people attacking us. Take up arms and stand up for what's right. We have the right. They didn't put the Second Amendment in place so that we could go deer hunting. They put it in place so that we could shoot at our damn government officials when they started practicing tyranny instead of democracy. I'm going to let you think on that. We're at the bottom of the hour. It's time to take a break. We're going to hit the commercials, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Oh, but ain't that America? You and me. Ain't that America? Something to see, baby. Ain't that America? Home of the free, yeah.
The leader in talk radio on the internet, right here on K98Talk.com.
Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 800-696-1030. Again, 800-696-1030. That's 800-696-1030. 800-696-1030.
Alright folks, this is Rick Robinson with you. I want to tell you about some friends of mine from a company called Security Enforcement Specialists. When I ran my security agency for 12 years, I worked with one of these partners on a daily basis. He's been involved in this agency now, and with his other partner, they do have over 30 years of experience in the private security industry. If you own a business, and you need someone to keep you or your customers or residents safe, then I highly recommend contacting Security Enforcement Specialists today. Give them a call at 405-703-1796. Again, that's 405-703-1796. Again, tell them Rick from K98 Talk sent you. Like I said, if you need the help, they are here for you. So make sure that you go look them up, check them out, and see what they can do.
The wrong way. Welcome to the place. Welcome to
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
The Internet will never be the same. You're listening to K98Talk.com.
Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Absolutely. Let's get started.
Oh, but ain't that America? For you and me. Ain't that America? Something to see, baby. Ain't that America? Home of the free.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So, while we're waiting on our guest, let's talk a little ACA, huh? So here's an interesting thing. Okay, the Government Accountability Office has their new report out on the effects of the Affordable Care Act and what's going to happen next year for everybody out there. And guess what? Oh no. As everybody has figured it would, cost of health insurance is going up again. The average increase across the 50 states, 40%. You're saying, no, wait a minute. It went up an average of 38% last
Hey, G, your guest is calling in now. G, you're still there? Did I lose you? Hang on a second. Hey, Dave, hang on a second. I think we managed to lose the host somehow. 1 second. Bear with me for just a moment.
Okay.
All right. Okay, G, you should be on with Dave now.
Welcome to the show, folks, Mr. Dave Bray. Dave, thank you.
Better late than never, my friend. I'm so sorry. I had something come up and I was hurrying to get back. So I'm glad that I caught some of the show, and it's good to be on. Thank you so very much for having me on, especially to talk about everything that's happening.
We are just glad to have you with us. So things are shaking up for Dave Bray. No longer with the group, now doing the solo act, which not a bad thing at all as far as I'm concerned. I don't know what's taboo with Dave and what's not taboo with Dave, so we're doing this live and we're going to do it cold. And Dave, if you don't want to talk about something, you just tell me and we'll move right along.
Well, we can talk about whatever, man. The last time I checked, this is the United States of America, so we can pretty much talk about whatever we want. I don't believe in somebody's First Amendment getting ripped out of their throats. So yeah, man, we can talk about some stuff. Where are you in your show? I'm just jumping on now, so I don't know where we are.
Well, basically, the show I was just keen on the upcoming increases in the Affordable Care Act, but nobody really cares about that because we all know that's coming.
Right.
Really. personally, I'd like to talk some music with you.
Let's do that, man. Let's talk about some music, dude. Well, let me talk a little bit about what I'm doing right now. If for anybody that doesn't know me, my name is Dave Bray. I'm a singer-songwriter. I used to play with a band known as Madison Rising. I don't play with them any longer. I do my own thing now, and it's called Dave Bray, and I go by Dave Bray USA on Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook right now or whenever, after the show's over, go to Dave Bray USA, check in there, like me, tell me you heard me on this radio station, and that way I know who I'm reaching and how I'm doing. So give me your feedback and your criticism. I can take it. I'm a pretty strong-shouldered guy, so if you don't like what you hear, you can breathe down my neck on Facebook at DaveBrayUSA.com. Or I'm sorry, that's my website, DaveBrayUSA.com. But Facebook is just Dave Bray USA.
There you go. So, Dave, the decision to move into a solo career was a mutual thing with you and the band, or is this just something you had to do? Or tell us what happened.
Well, again, it was one of those things that I think musicians. No, it wasn't mutual. I was basically asked to leave. I was asked to leave the project. So. It's something that, I wasn't expecting and, sort of caught me by surprise. So I decided to move on, and I'm trying to hold my head up high, keep my head above water. I always wanted to do kind of my own thing and try to go my own way anyway. And, it's been interesting so far. I'm learning a lot in a very short amount of time. I'm one of those people that if you back me into the corner, I just start throwing everything I got. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I'm at. I went down through a little bit of a dark phase after I was let go from the band because it meant so much to me to carry on that mission and to move forward and basically be a proponent of freedom and patriotism for this country. And and that was kind of taken away from me and that stage or that ability to be on that stage and speak about freedom and patriotism and how much it means to me. That pretty much ripped my heart out, man. That was my heart for the last 5 years with the band. So I wanted to do something else moving forward, and I wanted to keep going in my belief system, and I basically wanted to bring faith to the forefront. But I wanted it to be a cool faith, you know what I mean? I just didn't want it to be hey, I'm a Christian, or I'm a Catholic, or I'm a Judeo-Christian value person, or a Mason. I just wanted, moreover, I wanted the people who are peaceful religion in this country to stand up and be that, and be outward about it. And I came up with the idea for basically an apparel company called Brave Day USA. After I was let go from the band, I was in a lot of, like I said, darkness. I was facing a lot of fears, my own demons, and a lot of things that I was really trying to overcome and reassess of where and what my life was going to be or how I was going to move forward. And I tried everything. I tried, going out and getting, some other jobs and things like that. They just God did not want that for me. He just said, no, that's not it. I'm wrong. That ain't going to happen. Nope. I didn't waste all this time on you for you to just quit. So I got into a studio and I started recording, and I was, I've been working on, trying to get some decent cuts done, and I did. So if you go to Dave Bray on iTunes or CD Baby or Amazon, just look up Dave Bray and you'll find some of my stuff. I just did a video with an organization called LESMA. They're a law enforcement media watchdog that basically keeps the media and their report with how are they reporting the police in check. And the song that I did is called Last Call. I don't know if you played it. If you have, then I appreciate that. But if you haven't, I think we should probably spin it. Do you have it?
We do. We actually have it queued. We can hit that as soon as you want. If you want to finish talking first, we can then hit it. Or
let's do that real quick. So let me finish up. So this is one of the first tracks that I came out with. Again, it's about. After somebody sent me a last call for a police badge number, and it sent the worst chills through me. And that's one of the things that when that happens to me, I really pay attention, and I focus in and really hone in on what is happening. What is doing that to me? Why am I feeling this sort of way about this? Why do I feel all shook up about it? These are just words coming out of a speaker, and this is just a badge number being called by a dispatcher. But to know that this was the end, the final call, the last call for this officer who had, fallen in the line of duty, just really shook me to my core. And I wrote this song called Last Call, and it would be basically about an officer if he was able to give back his last call, and what would he say to his family? What would he say to his comrades on the thin blue line, and what would he say to his kids? So it's called Last Call. You can get it at Amazon, iTunes, or CD Baby under Dave Bray. You can also see the video for it at Dave Bray USA on Facebook or on YouTube. But check it out, and I hope that you like the song. It's kind of haunting, and enjoy.
Okay, well, Rick, let's go ahead and cue that up. And folks, I have listened to it already, and Dave's exactly right. It is a little bit haunting and chilling, but beautifully done. So take a listen.
No time, so please hear me out. These are the last few words that I'd like to say to you all. This is my last call. Tell my wife I love her, and that I won't be home tonight. Thank her for those long, hard years that we tried to get it right. Tell her I'll be waiting after she makes it through it all. This is my last call. But ask her to forgive me. Tell her I'm sorry. I can't be, but man, that she's gonna get Tell her I'll be waiting where the winter meets the fall. This is my last call. Tell my children that I love them. Oh yeah, the daddy always loved them so. And tell them to hold the mother tight and to never let her go. And tell them I'll always be watching, looking over them through it all. This is my last call. Tell him to fight for me. Do what's right for me. Choose the light for me. Don't ever forget me. Tell them I'll always be watching, and I'll be there when they fall. This is my last call. For those who serve beside me and who held that thin blue line, stand tall, stand strong, and hold your head up high. I'm sorry I let you down today, but please know I gave my all. This is my last call. saved a few good lives, but I couldn't save my own. This is my last
call. All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Last Call by Dave Bray. Dave, and I know you feel it deeply because I read in your bio that you and I actually have something in common, despite probably about 25 years of age difference that works against my favor. We were both medics in the military.
Oh, yeah. I was a FMF Corpsman out of 2nd Battalion, 2nd Marines at Camp Lejeune. I was with the sniper teams down there. So, yeah, I did serve. I wish I could have served more. I'm one of those guys that sort of regrets getting out. And, I don't, again, it's one of those things where when you look at our law enforcement, just the way they're being represented today, even in situations like, I hate to bring it up, but Orlando, they're still criticized. Oh, they waited too long. They didn't do this right. They didn't do that right. It's just they can't get a break, man. So I really wrote Last Call so that it would humanize the law enforcement and try to give them an aspect of, from an outside perspective of, hey, these are guys and girls they just want to get home to their families. They just want to get home to their kids. When they pull you over because you're speeding, they don't choose to uphold, they don't choose the laws they have to uphold, I should say. It's their job to uphold them all, So if they don't and you go flying past them at 90 miles an hour and you go down and smash into the back of somebody because you were texting and somebody's like, well, where were you? And you're like, well, I was 3/4 of a mile back, and you didn't yank them. You didn't do anything. They were doing at least 100. It's that kind of stuff. And then they lose their jobs and then they're on the street. So, I know it's one of those things that, a lot of us, nobody wants to get pulled over by the cops, but again, they're the first people we call when the crap hits the fan. And, we should look at them as the last sort of line of defense that we have here in our homeland as being, between us and civilians and civility, really. I mean, seems like more and more bad guys here every day, and they're on the front lines for sure. And I just thought the song Last Call really sort of puts in perspective that human element that a lot of the media has sort of taken away from our police.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Like I said, I'm a different era of the military. I'm a Desert Storm guy. Telling on my age a little bit, but that's okay. And I was definitely not with the teams or anything like that. I was Air Force, and people laugh at that, but that's okay.
Service is service, brother. You signed the same blank check as the baddest SEAL Team 6 guy. It's the same check. We all signed it. Some of us were 17, 18 when we signed. I was 17. Did a year of delayed entry before I went in. I was so jacked to go in. I just couldn't wait. So, I mean, we all signed that same blank check. You don't know, but your service is just as important as some guy who's, cashing checks and breaking necks. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's an even playing field when it comes down to how much you're putting on the line. It's everything, and especially at such a young age. But moving forward, as far as my music is concerned, again, people want to find Last Call, please go to Dave Bray USA and watch that video at DaveBrayUSA.com. And then you can also check out the new apparel line, which is Brave Day USA. And the apparel line is an interesting sort of twist on I guess you could call it a crowdfunding or GoFundMe. I knew at the point where I was finished with the last project that I was going to have to create some sort of revenue in direct line and correlation to what I was going to be doing musically. So instead of being the band that goes out and makes $1 million and has a hit, you know what I mean, and then they can go out and sell T-shirts and sell all their merch, I had to turn it around. I had to go from the other direction and really actually create a clothing line that is going to be my crowdfunder. So I came up with some really great designs. They're patriotic, they're faith-driven, they're awesome. And if you check out some of them, I'll give you just an idea for one or two of these. And I'd like for everybody, if they could, to go check out DaveBrayUSA.com and just go check out the shop link. And like the one shirt that really is sort of the most captivating, I think most people like it. I have a really cool red shirt, Remember Everyone Deployed, on the front. And on the back it says God-fearing, freedom-loving, flag-waving patriot, which is just an awesome red shirt. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. And it's it's all made in America. I use American-made T-shirts for the red shirts. And then one of the shirts that I did, which everything else is going to be black and white. I've decided that black and white is, you're not mixing anything, and it sort of says something. Everything is in black and white. It's plain and clear of how you feel and how you're walking.
That's right.
And one of the shirts, basically, let me circle back real quick. The mission statement for Brave Day USA Apparel is to walk fearless in faith, and basically to put on the armor of God. I took notice that in a room full of Muslims, in a room full of Catholics, in a room full of Jewish, Hasidic Jews, a room full of people that are of certain religions, whether monks, you can tell that they are of a certain religion. Because they wear their faith, whether it be their prayer caps or their yarmulkes. They wear their faith on them. You know what type of person they are by how they dress.
Right.
And then I thought about the Christian faith, and I'm like, Christians don't really have a uniform. We just don't have something that says, hey, I'm a Christian on a daily basis. We just don't. I mean, so the idea, instead of just wearing a cross underneath our T-shirt, was to put on the armor of Christ and walk in faith, and basically put the clothing and the apparel and the statement of who you are, what you believe in internally, and where you believe your soul is destined to go, and basically an inward reflection but an outward representation of who you are and what you stand for. And I think everyone is really looking for that kind of that feeling, that emotion, because we all want to be identified. And Brave Day USA identifies you as what you are. You're a God-fearing, freedom-loving, flag-waving patriot. You are a man who knows, or a woman who knows, that without God there is no country. And that's one of the shirts that we have, which is one of the best sellers, believe it or not. And I get it's crazy because I get rock and roll crazy looking dudes like, that's the most baddest ass shirt. And what it is if you look at the front, it's 6 stars in the shape of a cross. It's 5 stars in the shape of a cross. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's 6 stars in the shape of the cross, and it's the 6 stars out of the center of the flag field in the United States flag. I pulled those stars out, and I put them on the front of the T-shirt. So it's the stars in the shape of the cross on the front of the T-shirt, which is automatically sort of a compelling visual. It's just a black shirt with white stars on the front.
That's the one I saw on the website. Yes, I did see that.
Yep. And then on the back, it says "Without God" on the top. And at first, somebody would say, here's this punk kid walking around he's without God. He's a tough guy. He's in his young rebellious days or whatever. Then at the bottom, it says "There is no country," and then those stars are missing out of the star field. All the rest of the stars from the 50 stars on the flag are missing, is the ones in the cross. Now, where did that idea come from? Since I'm a kid, since the longest time I can remember, ever since I pledged allegiance to that flag, for some reason, those stars always popped out to me. They were the ones that just jumped out. They stared at, they stared me down, I stared them back, and I've been staring at them for years, and I was just, nothing ever really came about it. And then one day I just drew them down. I just drew the stars and the cross, and I was just like, that's just a cool image. It's just a cool thing. And then you put together the language, "Without God there is no country," and it's true. America was based on God-fearing Judeo-Christian values. I mean, It's evident throughout our Constitution. It's evident throughout our laws. And it's one of those things that I feel like if we can start bringing that back, if we can bring faith back, and if we can be proud of our faith in this country, if everyone can be proud of their faith in this country and be peaceful about it, we can all get along. You know what I mean? It's not about being, a Ku Klux Klan guy or something. You know what I mean? It's not about that. It's about standing up for your faith. It's about standing up for what you believe. And believe it or not, when you put on this shirt, you will change the way you walk about the streets. You will change. You will hold that door for the guy who's maybe 8 to 15 feet behind you, or that lady that's a little farther back. You'll take that extra time because you are now representing your faith. You're now not just some camouflage person who walks across the face of the earth with no agenda and really not a care in the world. Now you're representing a faith. So if you're out there in this T-shirt, you're going to start walking with your chest a little bit out further, your head a little higher, and you're going to start walking with a better representation of yourself. The first day I put on one of my JC33 shirts, I felt like a different person. Or one of my Prayer Warrior shirts. People come up, they engage you. They're like, hey, hello, how are you? Good, I'm fine, thanks. Thanks for understanding. That's a great T-shirt. Yay, thanks. I'm glad you like it. Guess what? I kind of feel like it's the truth. Yeah, me too. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what can make this country better. And I think that when you can get that organic conversation happening instead of being in the line and being like, hey, what do you think about Obama? Or what do you think about Trump? When you can get an organic conversation going about, hey, real nice shirt, it's just basically, it's a nod. It's the silent opening of that door, saying, hey, I'm willing to talk about it because I'm willing to wear it. And, when you're willing to wear your faith, people see it, they understand it, and they want to be a part of it. And they remember their own faith when you're out representing yours. And I think that is what Brave Day USA is all about. That's what the apparel line is all about. It's about putting on the armor of God and walking fearless in faith. And I think that if we do that in this country, more and more people will, and this country can still survive.
I absolutely agree, and I do love the JC33 shirt too. That's quite nice, folks. You need to go visit what Dave is talking about on Brave Day USA.
Yep, it's bravedayusa.com or davebrayusa.com. Either one will take you to the website, and then you just click up top at the store, and you can check out all the designs. I think there's 6 designs on there now. I'm going to be adding more designs, as the weeks go by here. Again, I offer up to anyone who, if I've been approached by a lot of people who are like, man, it's just I can't afford it, I can't do this, I can't do. I'm like, that's fine, man. I was like, it takes a village. Here's the deal. Like, I make a deal for those who can't. If you can get 3 people to place an order, and underneath in the order comments or the customer comments, they put your name down, then I will keep a tally of how many people put your name down. And if you get 3 people to order under your name and say, hey, Joe so-and-so sent me or Steve so-and-so sent me. So right now, if you want to put down whoever, I will send that person a referral T-shirt for 3 orders. I think it's fair. I would love to be able to sit here and just make a giant T-shirt gun that just blasts out these shirts. But I do believe in the importance of a little bit of work and a little bit of give and take. And I think it's fair that if somebody comes and they say, I brought 3 people to your store here, then I give you a shirt and you get to represent, and you're a part of the team. You're a part of what's good in this country. You're a part of what hard work means. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of thing that I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build more of a community of people. I'm trying to build relationships. I'm trying to just build a better America through faith and with good quality, T-shirts and good quality apparel, and also really good music. And it's not all my music now does not have to be about patriotism. So if you go to iTunes, you'll find one of my favorite tunes. It's called "Thinking About Drinking." It's my attempt at a country song, so don't laugh. It's pretty good though, and I've gotten a lot of people to download it. And I think that if you like to crack a beer on a Friday afternoon or a Friday evening after work, it's just the perfect song. It's the one where you're driving home. It's just, hey, I'm going to go home. I'm cracking a cold one tonight. It's just a great song, man. So go listen to Thinking About Drinking. And then finally I have the third track on there, other than Last Call and Thinking About Drinking, is one called Guitar Graveyard. And that one is on Amazon, iTunes as well, under Dave Bray USA. Guitar Graveyard's a really cool sort of just a storyteller country-style song. It tells you just about an old man, his guitar, and a young girl who ends up getting her hands on it and, sort of catching her rising star, which is a neat it's got a neat visual to it. So I think you'll like that one as well. So any and all support is appreciated. And, it's me and my wife and my kids. We're doing it on our own. We're just taking a shot at the American dream here. We're doing it. And we're going to try to make it happen. We're going to try to do it right and make it happen and build the right relationships and do it with the proper morals and keep the family involved and keep everyone together. And that's what we're doing.
I absolutely love it. And folks, if you are one of those folks that Dave was mentioning, you can't afford it. You need a reference. Get with me on Twitter. That's at TCC_Grouchy. And I will be happy to reference you when I place my order so that we can get you a shirt too.
That's what it's all about, man. I think it's fair. Again, it covers the cost of the free shirt for me. So it's not out of my pocket. It's not out of, they get what they want. Everybody gets what they want. And Brave Day USA isn't just about some guy saying, hey, I like that design. I came up with all the designs. I sat down with a graphic artist because I'm not really good with computers yet. But I sat down with him, got it all figured out. I took the designs to my print shop, who was a friend of mine. We sat down and went through the ones we were going to start with. We burned all the screens. I place all the orders with Alpha Broder, which is they have the distributor right up the road from me. So I go up and pick up the shirts. I come and bring them back to the print shop. I lay them out. I sort them. I print them. I cook them in the little cooker. I pull them out. I put them in the shipping containers and then the shipping bags. And I get them ready. I sort them and size them. And then they come back to my kitchen. My kitchen looks like it's the biggest, giant, most Tupperware has taken over my kitchen. So, again, when I say that this is small time, when it gets bigger, man, again, I can't wait to buy the T-shirt gun and just start blasting these things out there and getting the word out. But right now, the mission and the message is about building it from the ground up. It's about saying at the end of this whole thing, hey, man, look what I did. And I want it to be that, and I want to keep it morally sound, because if I don't, then I know it will fail, and I know it won't work the way I want it to work. So if I can keep it all straight and keep everything in line and keep people understanding what I'm doing and the mission behind Brave Day USA, I think it can work, man. I really do. And I believe that I'm hopefully going to be the next American dream or the next American success story that you hear about that, came from kind of a dark place and found the light and, moved forward and with their life. It's all about not getting knocked down. It's about how you get back up and keep going.
Absolutely. Always has been in this country. Dave, folks, if you haven't heard Dave sing, you're missing a treat. This is a truly talented voice. This man can belt it out. This man can take it down and make it soft if he wants to. This is a man that has real, true, God-given talent. And Dave, I'm so glad that you were able to make it in with us tonight. I know I'm running my producer late. He's probably screaming at me, but that's okay. I don't really care. He'll get over it. I want to take a minute and tell everybody you can follow Dave on Twitter at Dave Bray USA.
Yep.
And Dave, hit us up one more time, the website.
Well, Facebook is just Dave Bray USA. Again, you can find me on Twitter at Dave Bray USA, or you can go to DaveBrayUSA.com, or if you're interested, obviously, if you want to look at the Brave Day stuff, Brave Day USA is the same thing. It'll take you there as well. So DaveBrayUSA.com will take you to the website, and check out the store, and just know that when you're buying from Brave Day USA, you're buying the best quality I could possibly get my hands on. I know it's a little bit pricey, but I cover the shipping, so it's really not that bad of a deal. And I've already had quite a few repeat customers. Like, as soon as I get an order, it gets packed, it gets filled, and it's out the next day. So you're not waiting around. Your stuff is going out. I've had repeat customers that are like, first off, thank you so much for not making me wait 3 weeks for my T-shirt. Second off, your stuff is absolutely amazing. It's just such a great quality, nice soft T-shirts. They feel good when you put them on. They're fitted, and your keychains, tchotchkes. We also have the window decals. It's all the best I could possibly find. And I kept it all in the family. You know what I mean? My printing of my T-shirts is all done by one of my buddies who lives down the road from me. My stickers are being made by another friend of mine. He's a fully 100% disabled veteran, owns a graphic ID company. He also does all the artwork for the T-shirts. It's just a very small thing right now. Again, we're all hoping to grow together with it. So with your support, DaveBrayUSA.com, and just keep in touch with me. And if you have anything, I'm on Facebook. I try to answer every and all correspondence I can. So again, thank you for having me on, and I'm sorry to keep your producer late, but I appreciate you, man, and God bless you guys.
He'll be fine. If he's a little late for dinner, he's going to survive, I promise. Yeah, says the guy that's, anyway. Rick knows I love him, and I couldn't do this without him anyway. So, Dave, thank you so much for being with us. Rooting for you. Absolutely love the music. Love love the voice. Man, I can't tell you. Before I knew who you were, Dave, I picked the theme song for my radio show, and it was Amazing America because of the way you belted it out.
Nice, man. It's one of my favorites.
And I mean, I just, it represents so much how I feel about our country that it was the perfect and only pick I could think of for my show.
Well, I couldn't agree more, man. You picked a good one. It's a great song. And, again, another one I wrote that, I'll probably have to say goodbye to, but, it is what it is. I'll write more songs and I'll keep going.
Yeah, you definitely have the talent. I'm not worried about that side of it, Dave. Folks, support this man. Really. I mean, truly, I don't ask you to do this for anybody. I don't. I've been on the air for almost 2 years now, and I've never asked you to go support somebody financially. This man not only needs it, he deserves it, and you will benefit from it. So take care of your business. My first order is going to be the red shirt. I'm just going ahead and laying that out now. That's
she's a nice one.
Friday shirt. So
yep, she is a nice one. Yeah, again, all the stuff is the best quality I could possibly get. So, I just appreciate everybody's support. Again, if it seems a little too pricey or whatever, if you just give me 3 referrals, that's all I'm asking. 3 people who buy from the store. I don't think that's too much to ask for in trade.
Not at all.
Everybody can get their mom, their dad, their sister, their brother, or somebody to buy a shirt if it gets one for free for them. So I just want to say thanks again. I'm going to hop off. Be well, my friend, and thanks again for having me on, and God bless you and your show, and I wish you all the best as well. I know it's tough going all the way around, and standing by the movement we're standing by is a hard enough line to walk as it is. So trying to do the right thing morally and moving forward and walking fearless in faith, that's the Brave Day way, and that's what we're going to do. So thanks again for having me on. Be well and take care, my brother.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. God bless you and your family, and take care.
Same. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right, folks. That was Dave Bray. So glad to have him on board. Rick, I know we're late. You have a fantastic idea how to take us out. So let's take us out, Rick. And I will see everybody, I think, next week. I don't know for sure yet, but I'm hoping. So stay tuned. As always, do your own homework. Go visit Dave's website, Dave Bray USA on Facebook, Dave Bray USA on Twitter. Take care, everybody. God bless.
Time, so please hear me out. These are the last few words that I'd like to say to you all. This is my last call. Tell my wife I love her and that I won't be home tonight. Thank her for those long, hard years that we tried to get it right. Tell her I'll be waiting after she makes it through it all. This is my last call. But ask her to forgive me. Tell her I'm sorry. That I can't be the man that she's gonna be. Tell her I'll be waiting where the winter meets the fall. This is my last call. Tell my children that I love them. Oh yeah, the daddy always loved them so. Tell them to hold their mother tight and to never let her go. Tell them I'll always be watching, looking over them through it all. This is my last call. But tell them to fight for me. Do what's right for me. Choose the light for me. But don't ever forget me. Tell them I'll always be watching, and I'll be there when they fall. This is my last call. For those who serve beside me and who held that thin blue line, stand tall, stand strong, and hold your head up high. I'm sorry I let you down today, but please know I gave my all. This is my last call. So raise a glass for me. And kick some ass for me. Ring a bell for me. Send them straight to hell for me. I'd like to think I saved a few good lives, but I couldn't save them all. This is my last call. Yeah, I'd like to think I saved a few good lives, but I couldn't save my own. This is my last call.